Merry Christmas! I forgot to sing.
Happy birthday.
You ruined it, man. You ruined it.
Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. What the hell is going on here? Yeah. At least two of us are festive around here.
He spins the dreidel, I think.
Hi, Beardo.
I do not.
Why don't you have
good morning, guys.
Why don't you have
good morning.
Why don't you have Santa? I was going to say Superman. All I want to talk about is Superman teaser. But hello, Beardo. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready to talk about this Superman stuff. I'm excited to hear about your experience with Sonic 3 yesterday. I'm a little upset I didn't get an invite, but it's okay. I'll get over it. I'll go and watch it all by myself in a movie theater because that's fun.
If we learned anything, even if you are invited, you won't show up. We learned that yesterday. So yeah. What's up, Drunk 3PO?
Listen, there's a video on Twitter going around that I spilled popcorn in the theater and ran out. It's not exactly what happened. They have these chairs, right?
That's exactly what happened.
Like you hit a button and it's like in the theater. And so like my feet were getting extended and the bottom of I'm all tangled up here. Sorry. When I was coming back down, my foot got stuck in the popcorn thing and I didn't actually spill it to spill it. It was the chair's fault. So it has to be sold. You made it seem like I picked it up and just dropped it. That's not actually what happened.
No, you kicked it over and then you almost
got stuck in the box.
And then you almost fell over and then you just left.
So I think the funniest part was I had like the popcorn in the seat next to me and all this stuff. And the people that bought the tickets to sit next to me, they walked up and they looked at the chairs and they were like, we're good, man. We'll find another seat. And I just telling them, I was like, it's clean, man. Like you could sit here if these are the tickets that you bought. And he's like, nah, I'm good, man. We'll find another seat. So they went and sat somewhere else.
They did. Here we go.
Jay dumped the whole popcorn over. He tripped over it. And this is what Jay does, right, Krista?
Only him. Only Jay. But listen, I agree with Jay.
Wait, what?
So you said that I misrepresented. I said you tripped over it, which is exactly what you did.
You said I dumped it all.
You did.
All right, let's be honest. That's a little. They filled the bucket up too much. That was just from the top.
What? Beardo, do you have any thoughts on this?
Me and Jay both used to work at a movie theater.
It's true. I got fired.
And when you start off at a movie theater, you start off as an usher. So you have the sweeper, you have like the porter, and you're supposed to clean up everybody's fucking mess. Ever since I've worked at a movie theater, I make sure to throw away my trash. Everything that I bring into the movie theater, I try to clean up because I remember what it was like being an usher at a movie theater. I try to leave zero freaking mess because I know what it's like for those guys. So I'm surprised that Jay, having previously worked at a movie theater before too, would leave such a disgusting.
Wait, how do you know I left?
I mean,
I'm just surprised.
That you did. I can confirm that you did leave it there.
Now you make me feel bad. Thanks. I picked up a lot of the trash though. My hands were full.
No, they weren't.
They were full of Junior Mints, Twizzlers. Y'all, I was carrying people's Sonic popcorn buckets because they had to they had to do other things. Jeremy had to text and tweet or whatever. So
okay, everybody slips up every now and then. You just got to get back on the horse.
All right.
Really motivating words right there from Beardo. Anyway, hello, everyone. Welcome into Geeks and Gamers Daily. We have a lot to talk about today. Let's get a couple of these super chats really quick. First, Beardo.
Sure.
Then, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
Chronicling. Listen, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago.
That's Sophie.
Oh, that's Sophie. Okay.
Chronocyting.
I was going to say chronocycling. Chronicling. Chronicling Mayhem with a $10. Happy birthday, Jess. Hope you have a great day. Hopefully we can talk soon to catch up. I miss talking about how gay Jeremy is. I mean, talking about anime. Hail the 199 and the Fellowship. Thank you, Chronocycling Mayhem.
Happy birthday, Jessica, in the chat. We see you, Jessica. Happy
birthday. Thank you for the $10. Let's see. Unstar it. Chronocycling. Rabbit with a $2. The Gay J Gay Stream. Well,
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, well, how about this one, Jay? Beardo's prolapsed butter dripping cornhole with a $20. Doctor told me yesterday to use lube instead of salted butter when I take corn the long way. Thank you for the $20. Ministry of Wrong Think with a 199. Look up Las Vegas drone to see how dumb people are. There's a lot of that going around, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Thank you for the 199. B Chain with the $2. Go back to the theater and say sorry, Jay.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, just drive down there, man. Obi-Wan Cannoli with a $2. Jay's hands were full of lies.
Dang.
That's rough.
Godzilla's Greaser with a $10. Happy 60th anniversary to my favorite movie of all time, Ghidorah and the Three-Headed Monster. The introduction of Godzilla's nemesis, King Ghidorah, and the first time Godzilla fought for humanity. Hail.
Let's go,
Hail.
Godzilla's Greaser in the house.
Thank you for the $10.
Yep. And all right, let's get a couple more, and then we're going to start our topics.
Yeah. Golden Nuggets with the $2. 3 gay men. Well, now it's 4, isn't it, Golden Nuggets, since you're here? Thank you for the $2. Super Nate with a 10. Live and learn. If you know, you know. Love Sonic 3 as lifelong Sonic fan.
Yes, Sonic 3
That seems to be the overwhelming
awesome.
takeaway from it, is that everybody likes Sonic 3.
was
Joan Lovelace
awesome.
with a 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Joan Lovelace. Merry Christmas to you. Snacks with a 5. You should get Little Platoon to recite The Night Before Christmas on FNT today.
Maybe we can.
Who's Little Platoon?
How do you not know these people?
Who is that?
He's been on FNT multiple times.
He's the British guy. He has a cartoon avatar. You know, he's sitting in there like drinking a little champagne. Does amazing long form video reviews of movies.
Yeah. He makes good videos, unlike any of us. So
very good.
Okay. So yesterday, me and Jay and Krista went to see Sonic 3. We did not invite Beardo. Beardo's still struggling with that one. But as we have been talking about with Sonic 3, it has been tracking to outperform Mufasa at the domestic box office this weekend. And now that we're actually seeing some of the numbers rolling in, it does look like Sonic's going to absolutely destroy Mufasa at the domestic box office. I don't know how it's going to go at the worldwide box office, because Mufasa's probably going to play a little bit better worldwide. But domestically, right now it's looking at a 65 to 75 million 3-day opening weekend. And that would be huge for the Sonic franchise if that's actually what happens. I will be so happy if these numbers hold, because I loved it. And, I've obviously liked both the first 2 Sonic movies. I liked the first one more than the second one. I thought the second one had, just a little bit too much of like the human nonsense in it. I didn't really care. But I liked the first one more than the second one. But this one I liked more than the first one or the second one. And I thought that it had a lot more going for it. It's not quite as dark in tone as I was expecting it to be, but it was still dark in tone. It's very still kind of lighthearted, family friendly, kind of some goofy stuff. Obviously, it's what you would expect from a Sonic movie, but they did a really good job of intertwining all the characters. And then obviously having Shadow, who was voiced by Keanu Reeves. I thought it was really, really good. Now, obviously, Krista, who's she was just super hyped on this. She actually made a review on her channel. She actually made a review on her channel. So you guys should definitely go check that out.
Let's get a link to that, Mats.
So yeah, let's get a link to Krista's channel. As you know, she was recently demonetized because she hasn't been making many videos, but I think she's motivated to start making videos again. So make sure you go check that out. Jay, what did you think of it?
9 out of 10. Awesome.
Very
film.
good. Very good.
I loved it. I don't remember even. I mean, for family entertainment, I thought it was excellent. I don't even remember hearing a curse word in the entire film. I don't even remember them like I don't think there was even like an adult joke or something like that. Jim Carrey was fantastic. I think he was the star of the film. He was hilarious.
Yeah, he was
And,
great.
not to give out spoilers, but like there's there's a surprise in there with Jim Carrey, and he was fantastic.
A surprise that we haven't seen in the trailers.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, because I know that he plays two characters. He does the Dr. Robotnik, the Eggman, and then the grandfather, right? That was revealed in the trailers.
Correct.
Okay. So there's another secret.
There's a lot of secrets in this movie, actually.
Okay,
so
cool,
yeah, it's good. It's really good. And so
but they did some like they broke the fourth wall a few times. It was hilarious. So I loved it.
So after finishing the movie, is there going to be a Sonic 4?
I think they already announced it. Variety
Ooh.
announced that yesterday.
They announced it before. They announced it a few days ago. So there's 100% going to be a Sonic 4 after this one, because I think this movie. So the first two Sonic movies did around 3. I think the first one did right at 4, and then the second one did around 350. I think we talked about this a few days ago. I think this movie will break 500 million worldwide. This will be the highest grossing Sonic movie by far. And these movies just do exactly what they need to do. They're self-aware. They know exactly what they are. They're not trying to be anything other than a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And it's perfectly done from that perspective. Self-awareness is the most crucial thing in the world. And I can't think of a franchise that's done it better in terms of just having the awareness of what you are. And how many franchises can you say that the third one is the best one? There's not many.
Star Wars?
Many. What?
Revenge of the Sith?
Oh, you mean that one? Okay,
prequels?
yeah. I thought you meant
No,
Return
Jedi over Empire. No.
I love
Return.
I love Return of the Jedi, but yeah, like when you're just talking about actual just a 3-part series of movies, there's not many that the third one's the best. And Sonic is absolutely doing it. So
Lord
you're
of the
looking
Rings,
forward to
Return
it?
of the King.
I consider those one big movie, but the Return of the King is the best movie ever made, in my opinion. Objectively.
In Sonic 3, do they tease any more Sonic characters like Amy Rose, Rogue the Bat, Big Cat? Tease any of those guys?
I'll just say there's multiple end credit scenes.
Okay.
And Krista was losing her mind when she was watching the end of this movie. She was freaking screaming.
I'll tell you what,
going crazy in the theaters. And there was a lot of people that there was a lot of enthusiasm in the theater last night for some of the moments that were happening. So yeah, it's definitely something people should, if they really want to avoid spoilers, they should and go experience it in the theaters for sure. But yeah, man, it's I'm excited for this franchise moving forward. I personally, I need to see it again. I might rank this movie over the Mario movie. Now, I think that there's a misconception that I think that the Mario movie is the greatest movie ever made. It's not. I think I gave it a good an 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? It was just a solid movie, but I didn't think the Mario movie it wasn't like Toy Story level or some shit like that. But I think I probably like this movie more than the Mario movie at this point. Yeah, I think so. This is a really good movie. Now, and I did. I was going to pull this up. It has debuted, and I need to do my review over on Criticlist, and I'm probably going to do that here after this stream. But over on Rotten Tomatoes, it has debuted with a 98% audience score right now, so people are really loving it. Who cares what the critics think? Fuck them. But yeah, 98% right now. It does everything it needs to do. Again, the only thing I would say is that understand it's a Sonic movie. It's very light in nature, but it has some more serious themes. There's some super cringy, goofy moments in it.
Yeah, but it's family. It's
100%.
The thing that I loved was that the movie, there was no, in my opinion, there was no drag. It didn't drag in any places. It just started and off we went. You know, it just started with the story, had a couple flashback scenes to explain, everything that's going on. I'm trying not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
It was I thought it was great.
Well, some of that was in the trailer, right? Like with Shadow and then the girl that he cares about.
Yes.
And that was in the Shadow the Hedgehog video game as well.
See, I only played like the first 3 Sonic games, 2 or 3 Sonic games on the Genesis is the ones I was into. And then Sonic when was Shadow introduced? Like what game was he? I can't even remember.
So Shadow, I can't remember either. On the GameCube, I adored the Sonic XD video game, and then there was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That was fantastic. And then there was Shadow the Hedgehog video game on GameCube
Sonic
as
Adventure
well.
2. Sonic
Adventure 2.
Yeah. So
I love that game.
Yeah,
Great game.
I told Chris that she needs to just go through and stream all the Sonic games again. And I told her, whatever GG will get the games for. I think you could play a lot of them on Switch, at least the earlier ones. I think on like the Genesis virtual console, if I'm not mistaken. But with that said, yes, highly recommend going out and seeing Sonic, and the fact that it's beating Mufasa at the box office is a huge win, because fuck that movie straight to hell where it belongs.
Here's the it underperforms. Mufasa the Lion King underperforms and is now tracking for an opening below
Let's go
50 million domestically. However, the film is on track for a big internationally with a near 180 globally.
The international box office is still going to be pretty good for this movie, unfortunately. But yeah, at least domestically, it's underperforming. This movie deserves nothing. Obviously, I haven't seen it. I saw The Lion King 2019. That's one of my most hated movies ever. Did you see that one, Beardo?
No, I never gave a crap to
consider yourself
see
lucky.
That.
Did you see it, Jay?
No, I was the same boat. I was like, I could care less.
Dude.
I love the animation film when it came out years ago, and it's like I just didn't want to.
After the Jungle Book, I'm like, I'm done with these CGI trying to be live action remakes of the animated movies. I was done after Jungle Book.
I hated Jungle Book. Everybody loved Jungle Book at the time. I did not like Jungle Book. I thought it was a lifeless, soulless piece of shit. And then, of course, The Lion King even made it worse. I will still say that the live-action Cinderella is fantastic. That movie was great. That was a great fucking movie.
That was like the only one.
Yeah, that was
the live-action Cinderella was actually good.
I actually liked Pete's Dragon. I thought that one was pretty good. I thought that one was pretty good too. I don't think I saw like Maleficent. I didn't see that one.
I saw Maleficent and I saw Beauty of the Beast live action. That's where it started to like go downhill. With those ones.
I don't remember hating the Beauty and the Beast one as much, but I know I hated Jungle Book. But none of them. The Lion King was the worst thing I think I've ever seen in the theater, man. It was so bad. I can't believe how angry I was after that one. I was so mad. So hopefully Mufasa continues to underperform, and hopefully it loses money. It deserves it. I'm glad that Sonic 3 is destroying it, because Sonic 3 deserves it. Hopefully people go out there and see it, support it. Sonic 4 is already in early development, so that's a good sign. Video game movies continuing to perform pretty well for the most part. The fact that Mario and Sonic are kind of the dominant box office movies for video game adaptations is wild. All these years later,
makes you happy.
It does, man. It reminds me of back in the day with the Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Speaking of bombs, look at this. Kraven the Hunter limped to 30 million globally. The film had $110 million. But I had no interest in this film whatsoever.
No. Is that a young Jim Ross in the middle there? Looks like JR.
Oh my god.
Good old JR, young.
Got that barbecue sauce. Let's get it.
But yeah, I have zero interest to see that movie. The Spider-Man universe, I guess. That's
over. It's done.
Yeah,
not really.
The Sony Spider-Man.
The Sony Spider-Man.
They still have 2 movies coming out. They still have the third Miles Morales movie, and they also have the Nick Cage Spider-Man Noir show coming out too.
I thought
Yeah,
they
but
were saying like this was the last
That,
one.
that's what they were saying, but I don't know if Sony actually said it themselves. But
if it was just
Okay,
reports.
gotcha.
they still have two more: the cartoon Into the Spider-Verse, and then that Nick Cage show or movie. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or a show, but
Noir.
Nick Cage is doing a live-action Spider-Man noir.
Yes, I'm just glad the Venom movies are done. I really did not like. Well, I didn't see the third one, but I didn't like the first two at all. And I love Tom Hardy as an actor, but I just do not like those.
He's
Venom
not
movies.
a good Eddie Brock.
He is. Those movies are not good at all. So Sonic 3, go see it if you're interested. Go out and support it. It deserves it. I think people are going to love this movie. They are loving it, obviously, and I think it's just going to get better and better. So, all right, let's catch up on some super chats.
Yeah. Lulu Blue with a 39 months. Where's Beardo's Santa hat? Yeah, it's probably in a box somewhere. Thank you, man. Lulu Blue, for the 39 months. Godzilla's Greaser with a 5. It's also the 55th anniversary of All Monsters Attack, but that one's not looked at too fondly. Thank you for the $5. Corrupted Saintus with a 4 months. Jay got caught with butter on his hands. Hashtag 199. Hashtag Geeks and Gamers. Beardo fat. I agree with Jay. Thank you, Corrupted Saintus with the 4 months. Nader's Brick Channel with the $5. If you guys do Tuesday night's main event next week, you should have Beardo read The Night Before Christmas as Arnold Schwarzenegger. That would be fun. That'd be cool. That's a good idea. B-Chain with a $2. Platoon is a respectable gay man, unlike you three.
Dang. Look at that.
Damn. Is he actually gay? That's unfortunate. Ministry of Wrong Think with a $10. No, seriously, the Las Vegas drone is literally a CGI pelican from Halo. And I've seen countless boomers and Reddit brains freaking out about it, making chemtrails. Thank you for the $10. Ministry of
What's
Wrong
up with
Think.
the pause? Go back to it.
I already unstarted. I unstarted.
Read it again.
I unstarted it. I don't have it anymore.
Ministry of Wrong Thing spent $10. Read it again.
Let me try to find it. I already
read
unstarted
it again. I got it.
Unstarted, motherfucker.
I got it. Shut the fuck up. Ministry of Wrong Think says, no, seriously, the Las Vegas drone is literally a CGI pelican from Halo. I've seen countless boomers and Reddit brains freaking out. Let's see about it making chemtrails. I need to look this up. I'm not. So yesterday, I was all caught up in like a lot of the entertainment stuff. The drone stuff is absolutely been fascinating to watch. So I'll have to look into that more and see what's going on with that. You brought up Arnold, so I felt like we should play this clip right here. I don't know if you've seen this. Right here. God, why is YouTube Shorts are the worst thing? I hate them so much. Have you seen this?
Yeah. Are you sure you want to play this?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, yes, with Muhammad Ali. With Muhammad Ali. Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know him? Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that, Ali. We'll be back in a minute with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's his name. Muhammad Ali's still with us, and also Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, shit. That's great.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. You'd love to see it. So, all right, keep reading.
I didn't say you said it.
I didn't say that. You said it. Chronicling Mayhem with a $2. FYI, we clip and post on Discord to laugh at a la Mike. Thank you for the $2. Laugh all you want at Mike.
Why would you guys laugh at us? We are very respectable YouTube content creators. I don't know why you guys would be clipping and laughing at anything. Like, we are very serious.
Yeah, don't be doing that.
So let's not disrespect us as like astute content creators. We're some of the best in the world.
Crazy Clown Pan with a 29 months. So is the Christmas stream going to happen after the wrestling stream?
Yes. No, it's really just holidays. Everybody's got stuff going on right now. It's hard to pull everybody together. So we'll make it happen.
Thank you for the 29-month recommitment. Chris Bolts with the 7 months. I am so happy for the director of Sonic. It's great to see someone get rewarded for listening to his customers. Absolutely. Thank you for the 7 months. Sir Hat with a 2. I agree with Jay. Fuck popcorn.
Yeah, it gets in your teeth.
Yeah,
buttery
the kernels and stuff. Yeah.
Salt's bad for you.
Golden Nuggets with a $5. At least I'm not scared to 1v1 a girl at Pokemon, Trev. Glad to see
There
Sonic
you go.
doing well. My nephew loves it. That's great. Thank you, Golden Nuggets. B Chain with a $5. Are they setting up a Mario and Sonic at the Olympics Games film?
Let's freaking go. Let's hope so. That would be
fun.
amazing.
Chef Luke, or Chief Luke, sorry, with a $2. Beardo is right. Clean your mess, Jay. Jeremy is gay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, you said yeah?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Taker with a $2. Sonic doesn't tell Robotnik to go fuck himself, Jay.
I don't want to give away spoilers.
Could you, man? Alex McCarthy with the $2. Haven't seen Sonic 3, but I have seen Landman a lot.
Landman is the best show on TV right now. I highly recommend it to anyone that has seen any of Taylor Sheridan's previous stuff. Landman is great.
There you go. Thank you, Alex McCarthy. Julia Jensen with a $5. Thanks for making me laugh every day. Hope you have a great Christmas. I know Jay hates compliments, so I'll stop now.
Well, that was just for me. I appreciate it.
What about the rest of us?
I appreciate you, Julia.
What
I
about the
appreciate
rest of us?
Thanks,
Are you breastfeeding
Julia
in that
Jensen.
picture? Oh.
Hopefully.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia, for the $5. Derek Beller with a $1.99. Live-action Jungle Book from 1994 was pretty good.
Yeah, just not the Jon Favreau.
We're talking
one.
about the Jon Favreau one,
Yeah.
Kratos Raptor with a $5. Why would anyone want to see a movie that retcons the entire franchise? Talking about Lion King?
Is that what that's in reference
It
to?
might have been because
Maybe.
I hear that too. That it just retcons the.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they just gotta get. Can they make new stuff
With Mufasa? Yeah. Thank you for the $5, Kratos Raptor. Chris B with a 2 for good Jungle Book. Check out the 1994 film. Okay.
Yes, avoid the Jon Favreau one.
Avoid.
Yeah, whatever. They're
Whichever
just
one.
words. They're just
do
words.
it. Golden Nuggets with a $2. Beardo, stop thinking about me being gay. Hey, listen, you said you were. Just saying. Thank you, Golden Nuggets, for the $2. Eric K with a 2. Why Beardo always throwing shade at Beardo? Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let me reread that. Why is Beardo always throwing shades at Jay? I'm not. Just saying that we
Beardo
both
always throwing shade at Beardo. What?
I don't know why he does that either.
Why
but
is that happening too?
I have nothing against Beardo. I want him to win. I
Yeah,
text
me
him that all
either,
the
man.
time.
Me either. I'm happy. I'm happy for Jay. Thank you for the $2, Eric K. Secret
I don't know if he's
Racism.
that happy, but
Joan Lovelace with a $10 Christmas blessings, Jeremy, Beardo, and Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Eric K. Secret Racism with another 2. Does Beardo secretly hate Jay?
wow, it's really coming out, isn't it?
I despise him. Yep. My worst enemy.
Really? What did I do?
My worst enemy. Doc Holliday with a $20 single greatest movie scene of all time. For me, it's Good Will Hunting, the Robin Williams monologue in the park. Hard to beat. Rest in peace, Robin Williams, and Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doc Hollywood.
The greatest
Favorite
monologue?
The End of the Dark Knight, Gordon's speech.
I'm going to go Rocky Balboa when Rocky's telling his kid how winning is done. That's a great monologue.
The End of the Dark Knight with Gordon's speech and Batman, taking the blame. It's freaking great, man. My favorite line in a movie is when it's at the end of Interstellar, and when Murph says, "Because my dad promised me." Fucking the best.
That's not a monologue.
No, I know that. That's my favorite line, motherfucker. If you listen,
But that's not what the super chat is.
I know. So I'm
Okay.
saying that it was Gordon. I was just making conversation. Why don't you call yourself out again? Beardo making fun of Beardo in the super chat, retard. Go ahead, Jay. What's yours?
I don't think I have one.
You don't have what?
A favorite monologue that gets me going?
No, just your favorite greatest movie scene of all time. That's all he's asking. Beardo overly complicated it.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
That's
Gets
a
me
good one.
right in the heart every time.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
Two
Doc.
men saying how much they love each other while one of them is melting to his death.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Doc Hollywood, with a $20. Ministry of Wrong Think with a 5. Plus $5 for putting Beardo in his place. Thanks. Tobias Nexus with a $10. Reindeer are also known as caribou, and the males shed their antlers in autumn to regrow during spring. Therefore, all of Santa's reindeer are female, and Donner is actually Donder, Danish for thunder. There you go. There's a fun fact of the day. Thank you, Tobias Nexus. Eric K. Secret Racism with a $2. Not inviting Beardo to the movies was Jay's idea.
It really was. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it really was.
Thank you, Secret Racism, for the $2. Golden Nuggets with a 5. Jokes aside, I hope you guys are doing end of year awards. Beardo wins funniest he made 2024, man. Oh, look at that.
I wouldn't go that far.
Thank you, Golden Nuggets, for the $5.
All right, we got to move on to, or you get Michael's and then.
Yeah. Michael Spina with a $1. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so we've got to talk about the very, very highly anticipated and much discussed Superman trailer from yesterday. And it has kind of created a ton of discussion online. Superman trailer is the biggest 24-hour debut for a DC trailer on a single YouTube channel since COVID, hitting 22.6 million views on DC's official YouTube channel alone, where it's the most well-received with almost 1 million likes in one day. From Twitter, 34.6 million views from James Gunn, WB, Superman official account alone, blah, 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 blah. So the trailer came out, and when it first dropped, I was definitely like, I had my expectations so high for this trailer, and I was kind of like, it's fine. It's not exactly what I thought. It was not a home run, and I stand by that. It wasn't a home run. But overall, I've watched it a lot. They played it during Sonic 3 last night as well. I'm in a really good place with the trailer overall. I liked it, even though I had very high expectations that were not met. So what did you guys think of the trailer?
I'll let Jay go first.
I had no problems with it. I thought there was a lot of I don't know, man. I was okay with it. It's like, it wasn't
slow down.
It wasn't
on the
like
details,
this was
Jay.
the greatest thing. I'm so hyped for Superman, or it wasn't like, oh my God, this is god awfully bad. It just was okay. We watched it. I watched it live with a live audience. We laughed at a couple things. We laughed at, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern's haircut, even though it's comic book accurate, it still looked funny. It looked silly in there, but and then the fact that they started off with Superman just being beat up to a bloody pulp, as the start. I thought the music was fantastic, though. I thought that was great, and that's just where I'm at. It's like with the whole thing. It's gotta deliver, man. It's the first one. It can't. This is it. I was actually hoping for more of a Superman movie. The fact that they added Hawk to a Girl and Mr. Terrific and all those people in there. I didn't like the fact that I was hoping for Lex Corp, not Luthor Corp, but I mean, those are little nitpicks here and there. That's just where I was at. So
what about you, Beardo?
Does that help? I kind of had a little brain fart there for a second, and then it clicked.
You can tell where Jay starts. He can't figure it out, and then all of a sudden it starts rolling. He gets.
I also was highly anticipating this trailer for everything that James Gunn has been saying about the movie and lead up to the trailer, and then the poster that came out 3 days ago that looked really cool with the slow version of the John Williams score. I was like, okay, you know what? My excitement is now peaked after that poster dropped the other day. And then I watched the trailer yesterday, and the first time I watched it, I was like, huh. Then I watched it again. I probably watched it about 15 times from yesterday to today. And I do have my gripes with it. I think that David Cornsweet is a poor man's Henry Cavill. I hate the suit. I hate how baggy the suit is. I hate the weird texture designs on the suit. Here is the first, in this scene in particular, this is the only line of dialogue that we get in the entire trailer where he's like, crypto, take me home. I don't like the delivery on that line. I am a fan of Crypto. I like the Superman lore here, the comic book lore where Crypto's here. I do like the involvement. Everybody loves animals, and the dog looks absolutely cute and adorable. So I do enjoy that. The score, the music, the electric guitar with the John Williams score in the beginning, and then it just turns into like I don't know, it was a piano later for the John Williams score. But he just looks, there's no emotion. And this was one of the biggest gripes with Cavill Superman. No emotion, no smiling. He's just this guy who seems miserable. And that was the biggest gripe. And that's what we got in the trailer yesterday. And there's several scenes. The scene where he's sitting on the doorstep with his dad. And David Cornsweet he didn't deliver any kind of emotion. He looks awkward in most of the scenes that he's in. Whether he's Superman or Clark Kent, I think David Cornsweet looks awkward, especially when he's heading into the building behind the mob, and then the mob throws a can of soup at his head. Like, this is exactly what we got in Batman v Superman, with the world hating Superman and Superman having to deal with it. But David Cornsweet's Superman in that scene looked defeated, whereas Henry Cavill's Superman looked like he still had some hope into the American people that he was going to prove them wrong, where David Cornsweet's Superman just looks absolutely defeated.
Who throws a can of soup at people nowadays? It's expensive to go grocery shopping. Food's expensive. I don't have time to like pull out a can of juice or a can of Campbell's and throw it at the back of someone's head.
Mm-hmm. And there's other things too. Like, I have a lot of thoughts about this. When Superman gets hit in the head with the can of soup, he flinches and he blinks, and Superman wouldn't have fucking felt that. So I don't know why that there was a reaction of him getting hit with the can, why he had a reaction. And there's a scene where he's in the glass box and he like puts everything into it to throw a punch to break out of the glass. It's like Superman could have just fucking touched it with his finger to fucking shatter the glass. So there's a few things where I feel like James Gunn doesn't really understand Superman or maybe his powers. But then there's other parts of it where I'm like, James Gunn totally understands Superman. So it's very confusing. I'm mixed, but right now I just think David Cornsweet is a poor man's Henry Cavill. I thought the trailer was goofy. It's way overloaded with these characters, with Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Lex Luthor. I'd have been totally fine if this was just Lex Luthor and Superman.
Well, I think context on some of those scenes will probably, be the thing we're lacking. So fair points for sure on that.
And the dinosaur, the fire-breathing dinosaur that he's fighting, like, to me, this just felt like a Guardians of the Galaxy reskin, but make it Superman.
I don't know if I could agree with it. Guardians of the Galaxy reskin. I'm not sure I agree with that, but mainly because the one thing I don't like is that we don't see a hopeful smile from that perspective. That was a huge criticism of Man of Steel. We didn't get any of that, and there were still some Man of Steel vibes that I didn't like. And I wanted to see a little more hope and from that perspective, and we didn't quite get that yet. But again, I did like the trailer overall. The one thing that I love about this most is that it's bringing back nerd discussion. We're not talking about a bunch of bullshit. We're talking about it's like nerd arguments. And you've got, I heard Gary mention this the other day, and I agree with him that DC fans are just far more passionate than Marvel fans. They always have been, and that's just how it is.
Way more critical too. And
you've got a lot of discussions right now. So you've got the Snyder fan base out there that is never going to shut the fuck up. That's their life. That's their existence, is they're just never going to shut the fuck up about the Snyder movies. Then you've just got DC fans in general that are out there that are going to be overly critical. Then you've got the MCU James Gunn fans that are in there. And you've just got worlds colliding of a bunch of nerds arguing, which is exactly like it should be. But listen, I'm going to say something that just needs to be said, okay? I know that everybody loves Henry Cavill, and I love Henry Cavill. I think he's great. He doesn't turn the needle at box office like people claim he does. He just does it. He just does it. And that's the bottom line. That's the fact. It doesn't mean he's not awesome, because he's a great guy, and we all love him. But Henry Cavill's not a fucking megastar like people like to pretend that he is. It's just the reality of the situation. Facts are facts, and that's the truth. And people like to claim that Henry Cavill's like Tom fucking Cruise level, and he's just not. And that's just the truth of the matter. And so this like reference for Henry Cavill, it's like it's fake internet bullshit because it doesn't translate to reality. That's just a fact. So everybody's going to claim like, oh, we need Henry back. You had Henry, and none of his movies turned the needle. They just didn't. That's the fact right there. None of them. Henry Cavill's been in 4 fucking movies, and none of them turned the needle to the next level. No, he was in Justice League. He was in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
You know that Justice League, no.
Henry Cavill was in that fucking movie. That's the bottom line.
Nobody recognizes Justice League. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Listen,
if you're a true DC Justice League fan, nobody considers Justice League the real thing. Everybody knows that the Snyder Cut is the definitive version of Justice League, and if you say otherwise, then you're probably retarded.
Shit. They're all dog shit, and Justice League is probably the best one of all of them because Zack Snyder wasn't heavily involved in it.
That's ridiculous. That is one of the most ridiculous things that I've probably ever heard you say.
It's the best version of Superman we got in that whole fucking world of Zack Snyder's.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
no,
even with Henry Cavill's fucked up face, it was still the best version of Superman we had seen. It was the most Superman version of Superman we had seen. That's the truth.
That is wild. That's wild.
Listen. That version of Superman didn't let his dad die. Okay, if Joss Whedon was involved in it, he wouldn't have let his dad die. Okay, now
can I share some? My screen.
Yeah.
So there's this, like, I cannot stand David Cornsweat's Clark Kent's Gen Z.
I don't like it. I don't like his
hair.
That's Hassan Piker hair. Is what it is.
it looks ridiculous. So when you look here, like yeah, sure. Like Chris Reeves, his Clark Kent was a dork, but like he still carried himself like you could tell like underneath the glasses, this was a. How do I want to say it? Like, I guess like a really stoic dude, even under the glasses. He was right. Henry Cavill wasn't necessarily a dorky Clark Kent, but
he's a terrible fucking Clark Kent. He literally wasn't Clark Kent.
Still chiseled, stoic. Whereas this. What is
honestly
this?
Though, that's
what
closer,
is this?
That's a closer Clark Kent than Henry Cavill's fucking stud muffin Clark Kent walking in there like he could beat who the fuck's gonna fuck with that Clark Kent?
And then
Henry Cavill walking in there looking like he's a fucking lumberjack.
So this is the thing that I was talking about. This is the same scene necessarily. And which one, like this Superman, like fighting for humanity, still believes in the American people, even though they hate him, willing to go to court for crimes that he didn't do. This dude is just like, fuck my life. I just want people to like me. My God, just crying. What a fucking pussy.
Again, but the context there is his suit is fucked up. He's already been in some huge battle.
And then there's some more stuff.
But that's the context that you're leaving out about that. He's got battle damage, so something has happened in that scene.
Okay, now you're coping. Now you're coping.
That's not cope.
I found some inconsistencies in the trailer yesterday. You look at this, you look at his collar here, and then obviously the S is on the correct way.
A little frumpy.
This is some bad editing here. The S is flipped. You can tell. Look at where the yellow is right here, and then it's on this side. So this is a backwards S. The inconsistent collar size. And if anyone's trying to argue, well, this is a mirror reflection, well, then you wouldn't be able to properly read Stag Industries right here in the back for Simon Stagg. You wouldn't. So this is an editing error. I don't know how many different suits that they had for David Cornsweat on set. The collar is inconsistent, and
they looking in a mirror. Maybe.
You could like
because you could see that thing on the bottom left. Looks like he's looking into.
If he's looking into a mirror, that's fine. But then this Stag Industries wouldn't be read correctly. It'd be backwards. So this is, I mean, just some mistakes here in the trailer that I've noticed. But listen, I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, even though I think that there's a lot going on. I like Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I thought he looked great for a young Lex Luthor. I like Lois Lane. I think she's much better. She's an upgrade from Amy Adams because Amy Adams didn't resemble Lois Lane at fucking all. Lois Lane is supposed to be like the most beautiful woman in the DC Comics universe. And at least now that she's actually attractive because Amy Adams looks like a fucking train wreck. We'll see, man.
So I did create some discussion about this one yesterday. I said, I hate to say it, but Pa Kent looks like Harvey Weinstein. And I stand by that. And I got a lot of reaction yesterday because he does look like Harvey Weinstein. I don't love the look of Pa Kent at all. And that was the first thing that stood out to me as I was like, why is Superman consoling Harvey Weinstein
Homer Simpson
right here?
vibe.
Yeah. So I'm not really a big fan of that. That's not an end all be all, but when I saw that, both scenes, I was just like, what is this? But overall, I very much like the trailer. I will say this. All the Man of Steel trailers better than this trailer. All of them. So
yeah,
maybe
for sure.
Hey, I would love if Zack Snyder could cut the trailers for Superman, for James Gunn's Superman, as long as he's not involved in the actual movie making process.
I hated how awkward David Corden Sweat was in this scene in particular. Like, this is supposed to be a heartfelt moment, like maybe even a flashback, like to right before his dad dies. But there's no emotion. Like he looks like his eyes and his soul are fucking empty in this scene.
I don't know. Again, man, like you're being like, we don't know the context of any of this stuff. We just don't know. I mean, it's not. Are we still getting hit on this trailer? Can I play some of this stuff? Because everybody, did you get yours back up, Jay?
No, they denied my claim.
Okay. By the way, fuck you, WB. You
How do you
pieces
like
of
that?
shit. Like they blocked everybody's shit yesterday.
Yeah.
Everybody is driving me crazy. So we can't really play anything of this, or they're going to block it. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you on there. Like, clearly the dad's upset. I don't know what you mean by looks very. I'll play this.
It's like
little
2
clip.
seconds.
I know. This WB are just a bunch of bitches, though. Here we go. I don't know how that's a bad scene.
It just looks off, man. It doesn't look like he's there.
I just don't. I think that's overly like nitpicky. Like, holy fuck! Like, we don't know the context.
And maybe
we don't
it's
know any of it.
maybe it's because this guy is a poor man's Henry Cavill.
Oh my God. You know who's a poor man's Henry Cavill? Henry fucking Cavill. Because nobody goes to see movies with Henry Cavill in them when he's not in a fucking Superman movie. And that's the bottom fucking line.
Poor acting.
Name me a fucking successful Henry Cavill movie. Name it.
Successful one, MI6.
The fact that you just mentioned a Tom Cruise movie proves my fucking point. Name a fucking successful Henry
he's
Cavill.
also been like, man, how many, like The Witcher, he was the perfect casting for Geralt in Witcher, but Netflix had to fucking step in, make it a show about all the chicks in the Witcher universe. Henry Cavill was sidelined as Geralt, and then ultimately, because he was such a fanboy of the Witcher series, they got annoyed with him on set because of how much of a purist he wanted to be. They fucking fired him. Now he's fighting for Warhammer on Amazon. Finally, he gets the green light to go forward with Warhammer and be in control. Like, that's Henry Cavill is such a fucking fanboy for these characters because he's a nerd.
That's fine. He's a great fucking
and
guy.
He
My
pisses
point is
off these fucking Hollywood wokies.
Listen, everybody on Twitter loves him. Everybody in the comment section loves him. Where is the successful Henry Cavill-led film when he's not tied to an iconic character? Name it. Everybody can say that The Rock's not a movie star. Everybody can say Chris Evans is not a movie star. And everybody's like, yeah. You say Henry Cavill's not a movie star, and everybody freaks the fuck out. But the truth is you can't name me a successful Henry Cavill movie where he's not tied to something or someone that is far more successful. Tom Cruise, Superman. Name me this Henry Cavill fucking movie that is a massive, overwhelming box office success. You can't, because it doesn't fucking exist. That
you
is
sound like
fact.
a hater.
That's a fact. Name it. Name it right now. Name me the successful
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's not the argument that I was making. I'm saying that This dude, David Cornsweet, I'm sure he's a fine actor.
When you
he's
say
a poor
somebody's
man's
a poor man's Henry Cavill, what does that mean? Do you think Henry Cavill's just way more attractive than him?
He is a Henry Cavill lookalike that.
Well, so you think Henry Cavill's just more attractive than him?
Henry Cavill is a much better choice to play Superman than David Cornsweet.
Based on what?
Based on aesthetics, based on physicality.
Just say it. Beardo, say you think Henry Cavill's
I'm telling
hotter.
you right now, if you would just shut the fuck up. I'm not going to say, oh man, I got a fucking man crush on Henry Cavill. No, what I'm saying
Henry Cavill is
I'm
hotter.
telling you
Go
right
ahead.
now. All right, you know what? I'm trying to tell you. You just keep talking over me. I'm saying aesthetics. I'm saying physicality, muscularity. He actually looks like the fucking Man of Steel.
You want to fuck Henry Cavill?
You're fucking retarded, dude.
What
You're
are you
retarded.
basing it off of?
And you want to fuck Tom Cruise and Christopher Nolan.
He's not a successful actor.
You have such a fucking boner for Chris Nolan and Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, proven box office megastar. Nolan, proven box office megastar. These are what I'm basing those things off of. What are you basing Henry Cavill being such a star off of? Because there's no box office success. So you basically
Henry
are saying
Cavill looks more like Superman than
you
this
think he's
dude
more
does.
attractive?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. That's a terrible, shitty argument.
What are you basing this off of?
I already just told you. You weren't listening because you kept interrupting me.
He was in 4 Superman movies, and none of them are good.
I already told you. I gave you my answer, and you were interrupting me the entire
Superman
time.
Movies, and none of them are good.
Man of Steel was good.
Man of Steel was dog
I watched
shit.
Man of Steel last night after I watched that fucking train wreck of a trailer yesterday. I had to watch Man of Steel.
What do you think, Jay?
I like Henry Cavill as Superman, but I'm excited to see the new guy. We'll see what he does. I don't like DC stuff is not. I mean, I don't get overexcited for it. I'm more of a Marvel person.
Thanks, Jay.
That's about it.
Appreciate that.
I just think this movie is going to be overloaded, although I do think that some of the aspects with the leaks and the rumors about Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific, that they're going to be working under Maxwell Lord, that Maxwell Lord is going to have his finger on these superheroes. It's going to be kind of like a reverse Kingdom Come story where Superman kind of has to come in and teach these people, these other super beings, these what are they called, metahumans. Superman's gonna have to teach them how to be a true hero, and I think all these existing metahumans in this universe are going to be working under Maxwell Lord. I think that's why it's a little bit overloaded with the heroes, but you still have Metamorpho in here and also Lex Luthor. So who's going to be the true villain? Or maybe we don't know who the true villain is. So we're going to have to see. But I do think that based off of the trailer, it was way overloaded. There was too much going on, and I didn't see the Superman that James Gunn was talking about, that he was branding this new Superman movie to be. I didn't see his version of what he was talking about in the trailer.
Well, I did say that if this is in fact hit Harvey Weinstein as Pa Kent, then I'm fine recreating this scene all of a sudden. So hopefully we can just recreate this moment if that is in fact Harvey Weinstein. So I do, for what Beardo just said, though, in terms of like James, I agree with the fact that you say that we didn't quite get that version of Superman that James Gunn was promising, at least not in this trailer. I will agree with you on that. And like I said, whereas I was expecting potentially like a mind-blowing trailer, I got like a 7.5 out of 10 trailer. You know what I mean? But I found enough good in it that I very much enjoyed. I do think that there's definitely some valid criticisms for the trailer. And the trailer, I don't think it lost anyone, but I also don't know how many people it didn't satisfy the expectations, generally speaking. Yes, I know that if you go over to the trailer on YouTube, it's got almost 1 million likes to only 62,000 dislikes, which is an overwhelmingly positive ratio. That's an absolutely insane ratio. But it just didn't hit me on the level that it needed to hit me. With that said, I'm still very much excited for this movie. And I hope James Gunn does it. I think that there's a strong potential that James Gunn fucks this up, though. I do. I think there's strong potential for that. I'm hoping for the best. I'm going into this movie with very not as high expectations as I had before the trailer, but I still have high expectations because I've liked all 3 Guardians movies. I didn't like the Suicide Squad. I think with the consensus for the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I feel like I'm on the more negative side of that movie. What did you think of the Suicide Squad, Beardo?
I liked it better than the first one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I don't hate it, but I didn't like it either. I don't know if you saw it, Jay. Did you see it?
I watched it.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for
DC
me.
hasn't delivered much
movie
in a long time, man. It's just like
the Batman was like acceptable. I know Beardo thinks it's like the greatest movie ever made, but
I enjoyed the
that.
Batman, but I think that was the
with you.
last DC film that I actually enjoyed. Was like, okay, that was really good. That was like it.
But the Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Penguin, so it's on my list, but I would actually rather them explore that universe than.
Yeah, and there was
now we've
also
got it's like now we've got that universe, which is like the Sony to Marvel's universe. So,
and there was some teases before this trailer came out earlier this week that James Gunn was considering putting Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves' Batman into this universe. After watching this trailer, I say leave it alone. Don't even try to make Matt Reeves' Batman universe fit into this. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, like right here. Okay, so wow, that's crazy, actually. So I just looked at. I think this is the best trailer ever made. Man of Steel trailer number 3 is the best. I was showing this to Jay yesterday. Like, and I mean, I know you've seen it, but like, this is the best trailer I've ever seen, probably. I love this trailer so much. It's got 50 million views. It's only got 241,000 upvotes. That's crazy. I expected more, but of course, it's a different time, all that. But after a day of the new Superman trailer having a fucking million likes, that's wild. But if you have not, chat, if you haven't seen this trailer, go watch this trailer. Man of Steel trailer 3. It's perfection. It's so fucking good. And I love the music. I love the buildup. I love the tone. Everything about this trailer was so good. And this was what I was hoping the trailer yesterday would have been. And it just didn't hit me on that level, but I still very much liked it. So, but all right, we got to get some super chats. So that was a nice, like, respectful discussion. I'm glad we were able to have those.
I think I added a lot.
Echo chamber here at Geeks and Gamers is just out of control. So I apologize that me and Beardo and just agree on everything. I wish we could disagree more, but
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, all we do is agree. So
Tobias Nexus with a $5. Apparently, there are prequel Lion King books about Mufasa and Scar. Why didn't they just use those as a source instead of screwing it up more? Because these woke activist writers think that they know better.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5. Sir Hat with a 2. Beardo is Beardo's own worst Beardo. Sometimes I am, yeah. B Chain with a $2. Like I said, 3 non-respectable gay men. Nader's Brick Channel with a $2. Jeremy, in quotes, they're just words. Trump. I know words.
I have the best words.
Demi Moore's Tapeworm with a $1.99. I used to be gay, but Jeremy scared me straight. Trevor Duke with a $5. Yo, Beardo, I see you have some McFarlane Batman figures behind you. McFarlane is killing it in the action figure market. Which figure do you like the best? Oh, man. I don't know. I got a few of them. I have one from Nightfall. It's Batman and Bane, like a set. So I like that one the best. Thank you, Trevor Duke. Sideways Stan with a $2. Jay's favorite line. Big gulps, huh?
That's a good one.
Bethany with a $10. Jay's a bully. He made me change my profile photo.
LOL.
What happened?
I did not.
Oh.
I did not make you change anything, Bethany.
Crispy Noken with a 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Crispy Noken. River Miles with a 20. A very merry and MAGA Christmas to you all. Love you guys and chat. Thank you, River Miles. Merry Christmas to you, man. Eddie Brock with a $2.50. Beardo, where's your Christmas jumper, you Scrooge? You know what? Now I'm not going to wear one ever. David Smart with a 5. Merry Christmas, fellowship. I just woke up. So, Jeremy, what do you think? What you thought about that trash Superman trailer? I hated it so much. Superman looked like shit.
Yeah, very much. I liked it. I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. What would you give the trailer on a scale of 1 to 10, Beardo?
The trailer on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 6.2.
On your fucking gay ass scale, where you give like Lord of the Rings: Return of the King an 8 out of 10, you're going to give that a 6.2?
That's not true. That's not true.
That's all I see in this trailer. That's all I see.
Yeah. And I love Nathan Fillion as an actor. Great actor. I think he was the wrong choice to play Guy Gardner. And I'm not questioning Nathan Fillion's ability to play an absolute arrogant asshole like Guy Gardner's supposed to be. He just doesn't look the part to me. But we'll see. He could be
I give
great.
the trailer a 7.5 out of 10.
Give it a 6.2, man.
6.2 is way too good for that's way too high for your fucking pathetic grading standards. You should give it.
I like the music. Listen,
based on how much you shit on it, you should be giving it like a 4.5.
I wasn't shitting on it. I had some constructive criticism. I have my doubts, and I don't like Corn Sweat in the role. I don't like the suit. I don't like the collar. I think the suit looks like a repurposed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 suit. I don't like the texture on it. I don't know.
Dude.
My biggest gripes is with Superman and the super suit itself.
Hey, we've accomplished something, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you watch Cobra Cast, you know that I've been working really hard to reach this point. Jeremy is the worst part of this show.
Motherfuckers! Really? It used to be me.
Go!
I gotta work harder.
And we're about to get a whole bunch of no beardoism in the chat right now.
I've been trying so it's taken 5 years. Finally fucking made it. Let's go.
Titan with the $2. Female reindeer, still a guy driving. That's true. It's true. Eggs Arcoon with the $5. Merry Christmas to Geeks and Gamers. To Beardo, a reformed juggalo. May your corn be plenty. Hey, the fuck, man.
May your corn be plenty. That's like a good harvest.
Jason Cooper with a $2 super sticker. Thank you, Jason Cooper. Dr. Daisuke with a $50. Whoever said dunder is thunder in Danish is wrong. It's Dutch. Yeah, who the fuck said that?
Who said it?
Who said it?
It's E.T. Natalie Floyd.
E.T. with a E.T. with a $5. James Gunn needs his animal character for comedic relief. Rocket, King Shark, Weasel, Crypto. It's a crutch at this point. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. River Miles with a 15 months. Movie tickets are money after Jayflation. Spilling popcorn. Mr. Scott with a $5. Does anyone else get the feeling that Papa Kent doesn't die in this version? Mama Kent does? I don't know.
Oh, man.
That will piss me the fuck off if they do that. That will piss me off.
And all of this bragging about James Gunn, he knows. He knows how to operate Superman. He knows Superman. He knows how to do it.
What if she dies in a tornado? And she's like, no.
That would be incredible.
What if Pa Kent is just a fucking woman beater and beats the shit out of her to death? Bro, dude. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for the $5. Demi Moore's tapeworm with the $5. 3 residents went missing from the special needs care facility in my county. Looks like I found them. Jay was a dead giveaway. Hail the iDots. Thank you for the $5.
That was
Demi Moore's tapeworm. Sir Hat with the $2. Justice League is superior to Snyder's Extended. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely no, it's not.
I only watched Snyder's once. I remember thinking like it was probably the best of all of them, but over time I've gotten to like thinking about it. And look, they all fucking suck in their own way. If you want to, the best movie of all of those is Man of Steel, but that's still like it's still not good for a Superman movie. It's a good movie about an alien.
Slow motion out, you have a 2-hour movie in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I mean, what Snyder Cut was like 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah, it was like.
And how much slow motion was in that trailer yesterday? It was quite a bit. Demi Moore's tapeworm
I
with a
don't like that
199.
either, but that okay.
Beardo, it's
Terrible take.
axolotl, not a dinosaur. Oh, thank you for clearing that up. What was the terrible take, Jay?
Keep going. You can't compare the Snyder Cut slow-mo to the teaser trailer slow-mo. That's like completely different.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
that there was some slow-mo in that trailer.
Well, absolutely, there was
Everybody
slow-mo in
bitching
there.
about the slow-mo.
All I
in the,
said was if
It's
you
a
take the slow motion
trailer.
out of the Snyder Cut, you probably have a 2-hour movie because he used a lot in that film.
It's a trailer.
just saying there was a lot of slow-mo in the trailer. That's all I was pointing out. I wasn't excusing the slow-mo in the Snyder Cut. I was just saying that there was also
Sounds
slow-mo
like
in the
you did.
teaser.
Very aggressive.
Very
No,
aggressive.
no,
very
no.
aggressive.
No,
One of the most aggressive
not
things.
not very aggressive.
We have had no
maybe
arguments.
just passive aggressive.
We have had no arguments on this stream until you were very aggressive right there, and we can't
well,
have
good.
that.
You're
around
welcome.
Here.
Good.
We're
You're
supposed
welcome.
to be an echo chamber, and you're all supposed to agree with everything I say. That's how Geeks Gamers.
You
supposed
needed
to
some
be.
You know what?
constructive
Jeremy's the
criticism around
worst
here.
person of this show.
Yeah.
Peter Darker with a $10. David Routh Superman. You mean Brendan Routh? It's
Yeah,
Brendan
Brandon
Routh.
Routh. Brandon Routh.
Takes a bullet to the eye, unfazed. Cavill Superman takes a battle axe to the shoulder, unimpressed. This Superman flinches at a can of soup. It's evolving just backwards. This is true.
Excellent point.
Great point.
Point taken.
Ellie Dragonfly with a 280. Does the bad guy look like Mark Cuban at Mark Cuban chat AI meme? Does the bad guy? Like, are you talking about Guy Gardner?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I didn't see Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's too busy being on MSNBC every night as Rachel Maddow.
If he looked like a lesbian, then yes.
Where did he flinch when he had the can of soup thrown at him?
I don't really think that like you guys keep saying that there was a flinch, but it's like
He flinched
did
at the
he?
can of soup. Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let's see if I can find that. See, you keep reading. I'll look for it.
Demi Moore's tapeworm with a 199. Why are axolotls a thing now in pop culture? I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Thank you for the 199. JB24 with a $2. Unless Stag Industries is on the mirror. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's a mistake. Pedro with a $5. Dub City for Beardo. Jeremy, that was a terrible take.
Okay.
I know. Tobias Nexus with a $10. Clark Kent isn't supposed to be some handsome, muscular stud who's confident and suave. He's supposed to be someone you never glance twice at. A small town, good old boy in the big city. That means his Superman should be a counter opposite to Clark Kent. And in this trailer, they're both the same dude.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're
No,
both
they're
just
fucking not.
Yes, they are. They're both just this sad, depressed, dorky, fucking whiny baby who gets beat the fuck out of him in the first scene of the trailer.
All right, look, here we go. So this is the scene where he flinched. I don't really recall a flinch. Okay, I've got it to half speed right here. So it's slow-mo. Okay. That's not, he didn't flinch.
It's because you were talking over him when he just fucking did it. You missed it. He totally flinches.
No, it hits
Watch
his
it without
head.
talking.
It knocks his head to move.
But
that's
he
for
didn't
sure.
flinch.
But he did. He blinks and flinches.
That's not a fucking flinch. Do you know what a flinch is?
I actually, at this point, I think I know what it means more than you do.
Not a fucking flinch.
That's a flinch.
I think he
This.
flinched.
A flinch is
flinched.
this. That's not
Maybe
a
from
flinch.
Alabama, but we're talking about New York. It's a little
That's
different.
not a fucking flinch.
His head moves and he blinks.
That's not a fucking flinch. What the
It is a
fuck are you
flinch, and
talking
here's the
about?
thing: his head shouldn't have moved, and he wouldn't have even felt it. He'd have been unfazed.
I will
That's
say this: he probably
retarded.
shouldn't have reacted at all.
Yeah.
Y'all want to? All right,
My
chat-
Superman.
Chat
He
wants
wouldn't
to
have
call.
reacted. He wouldn't have a dog save him.
Dermy Wormy with a $5. This might be the worst super chat of the day so far that I've seen. Beardo is idiotic. Superman is looking into a control panel of some sort, and Superman is obviously sad that his dad is dying. Okay. If he's looking into something with a reflection, why could you read Stag Industries if he's looking into something with a reflection? Make that make sense. Stag Industries would be read backwards if he's looking into something with a reflection.
All right, there we go.
But Dermy, thank you for the $5. Spider Claw with a $5. Lois is the most beautiful in the DC universe. What a dumbass. That's Wonder Woman's title, Beardo. Lois Lane is the most beautiful woman, supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the DC universe. Thank you for the $5 Spider Claw. Titan with a 5.
We're out the gate. It's 55, 58 now. 58% says yes, it was a flinch. 58% right now in the chat. Polls up. Go ahead.
Jay won't throw a can of soup at someone, but he'll dump popcorn in their seat.
All right, you got me on that one.
David Smart with the $2.
This is the second time I've been in a theater where people had assigned seats next to me and they look at me and leave. Second time. I don't know what it is. Is it my girth? Do I look like I give off a stank? I don't know what it is. And I'm friendly with them every time. I was with Ryan one time. Someone was supposed to sit next to me. They look at the seats, they look at the ticket, and they're like, we'll be all right. Now this, I'm starting to get a complex here. I don't know what it is. Do I look like I'm going to rob someone?
You got a complex, Jay?
Do I look sick? Like I'm going to cough or something? I don't know.
We still have to do our extra hour on locals, and we're 10 minutes.
All right, let's wrap it up.
And we have 50 super chats, boys. David Smart with the $2. I pray this fails. Evil laugh. I don't think it'll fail, but we'll see. Pedro with the $2. Bro looks more like Jonathan Kent soups. Fair point. Coalee with a 5. I'm just here for Jay. Bought your books, man. Hope my niece enjoys them once they ship.
Man, God bless you, man. Thank you. A serious note, thank you for everyone that's picked one up. I can't believe we crossed 80,000 in book sales. That is incredible. Thank you so much. We're getting close to 2,200 books sold. I think around 20 more to go to get there, and that you guys came through over the holidays. I seriously thank you. It means the world to me. Seriously, thank you.
Golden Nuggets with a 5. I will never get over Snyder's disrespect and non-understanding of the DC characters. Cavill was sick, though.
I agree with everything Golden Nuggets just said. Cavill was a perfect casting that was completely ruined by
so
Snyder's
you want to fuck
vision.
Henry Cavill? Are you gay for Henry Cavill?
No, he was a perfect casting that was written terribly, and now he's completely
You're gay for Henry
stained.
Cavill, dude.
He's
Just admit
completely
it.
his character has been completely ruined that he can never be cast again because of Snyder's shit fucking writing. That's the reality of it. So that's why he's not cast anymore. All you fucking Snyder bots that are upset about Cavill not being there, blame your fucking Jesus filmmaker Zack Snyder, because he's the reason. Because he's a piece of shit writer that doesn't understand these characters. That's why he's not coming back.
Jerry RN with a $5. Play the Man of Steel trailer where he says you are my son to compare. Play the Man of Steel trailer where he says you are my son to compare. What?
No, that's a great moment where Kevin Costner actually says that. He was a great Jonathan Kent, by the way.
He was. Kevin Costner was a good Jonathan.
Well, I
Kent.
mean, the casting for Man of Steel is fucking phenomenal, except for Amy Adams.
Yeah. Michael Shannon was a great General Zod too.
Yep.
Discat Matt with a 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Discat Matt. Maddening with a $5. Gentlemen, there's enough Henry Cavill for both of you. Thank you. Jeremy Fat with a $2 says Beardo Fat.
That's funny.
Derby Wormy with a 2. Snyder could never capture a true Superman. Well, looks like James Gunn can't either at the moment. John Ease with a 22 months. Beardo going way too hard on this trailer, and I don't even like it myself. Psych 101 says it's just a Man of Steel defense mechanism. That's not true at all. I was super fucking excited for this trailer. I want this movie to be good because we need a good Superman movie. A Small Village's Last Loaf of Bread with a $5. Being overly nitpicky, Beardo. Jeremy is a homosexual is right this time. Those scenes have more context. Love Henry, but David will do well. We'll see. That's an opinion right there. Comics Dad with a 1 month. Jeremy and Beardo, cut the tension and be gay together already. Jay, keep fighting the evil popcorn industry. My channel will be up in 2 weeks. #grifting. Thank you, Comics Dad.
Respect.
Thank you. Spike Fish Network with a $2. Poor Jay. It's like watching mom and dad fight.
It's the story of my life when I'm on this channel. It's I have to go to TikTok to find counseling when I'm done.
Fighting is fun. That's the reality of it.
It is fun. Beach Lover with a $5. Beardo is right. Henry Cavill is more masculine and hotter. Just aesthetically and physicality, man. Just this guy ain't it, but Henry is.
I'm
Stephen
sure you thought the same
McBride.
thing. You said the same thing about Christopher Reeve back in the day. He's not as muscular as Henry, so I don't think he could be
Yeah.
Superman.
Back in the day when I wasn't even born yet.
You would
Stephen
say that,
McBride
though.
with
You
a
would say that about Christopher
$2.
Reeve. You would say
Corn
that.
Sweat is hotter than Cavill.
Yum,
I don't think,
boys.
yeah, yum boy. I don't think anybody agrees
What's
with
up,
that.
Stephanie?
Thank you for the $2. Let's see here. Sir Hat with the $2. I love Man of Steel, even though it's trash.
That's a great super chat right there. That's the way to look at it. It's okay to like Man of Steel.
I like Avatar.
Yeah, well, Avatar's better than Man of Steel. So
Tobias Nexus with a $2. Reeves is the only true Superman.
I mean,
He's
Dean
Superman.
Kane's pretty awesome. Dean
I
Cain-
love
Kane,
all the
yeah.
Christopher Reeve Superman movies. I know some of them
I
are
even
garbage.
like the terrible
I still-
ones because he makes them good.
I
Even
just
Superman
love them.
4. Even Superman 4. Superman 4 greater than Man of Steel.
Did we do the poll? Where to finish
Yes, it was 58-41.
at? Okay, so he did flinch.
No, he didn't.
Me with a $2. Immortals and the Count of Monte Cristo were successful. There you go.
Oh, I like Count of Monte Cristo a lot.
Jordan Baum
Cristo.
with a $5 in quotes. What do you think, Jay? Maybe both.
I don't know what to say sometimes. It's like they just they the problem is when you're third man on the poll and they say everything, it's like, what do you say? So I agree.
It's like on Sports Wars when Ryan's talking about a football game and he says fucking everything, and I'm just like,
Fucking read the super chats.
Jacob with a $2. Beardo is 100% right. Henry Cavill is better Superman. He is. Beach Lover with a $2. James Gunn, Lois Lane isn't hot. I thought she was attractive.
She's fine. I mean, she's not the attorney from Landman, okay? Let's just say that.
She's not Terry Hatcher.
No, she's
No,
not.
Terry Hatcher was like.
Have you seen the attorney from
Lois Lane.
Landman?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
Bro. I don't know who she is, but
Great
Great personality.
with
Great
a $12.
personality.
Cavill looked the part more than Corn Sweating, but neither really a box draw. Director messed up. Movie terrible looking. Hey. Craig in the morning with a $5. Jeremy, you're being annoying. Henry Cavill never became a star because Hollywood was in turbo gay mode and was anti-masculinity. Stop it. That's also a good point.
okay. Yeah, that's really hurt Chris Pratt's career. Yeah, they want to stop Henry
A small
Cavill from
village
being a
is
star,
last
but
loaf
they've
of
allowed
bread.
Chris Pratt to become a star. Okay.
I mean, other than Guardians of the Galaxy and Terminal List, what has been a huge movie
there's
that
this-
Chris Pratt's been in?
Yeah, he's not been in any of them, man. Yeah, good call on that one. Real good call. He's not been in any successful movies.
I said,
Okay.
besides Guardians and Terminal List, what other great, huge movie was Chris Pratt in?
Jurassic
I cannot.
Park.
Yeah, only made like $2 billion fucking dollars.
Jurassic World, the first one was good. And then
They
Bryce
all
Dallas
are
Howard got
massive-
fat and nobody
Hold on
cared.
a second. You asked the question and you didn't mention Jurassic. I gave you an answer and I'm wrong.
Okay,
And
so
what about Mario?
I
Mario
did
made $1
forget-
billion.
Oh, no, but that's a previous IP that he just latched
How was
himself
I
onto.
wrong, Beard? I
What
wasn't
ab-
even
what
being
about-
aggressive. You snapped at me.
No,
for
no,
no
I
reason.
didn't. No, I genuinely I forgot about Jurassic World, to be honest.
Bro.
I was
what the
thinking
fuck is
about like
wrong
his
with you?
Life
I do.
movie. Was that it? Life that he did
What the fuck is wrong with you?
with Jennifer Lawrence.
Chris
Small
Pratt-
Village's last
Chris
loaf
Pratt
of
is a
bread.
legit movie star. He's a fucking legit. He's a big time movie star. You're trying to fucking argue that. What are you doing?
No, dude, just stop.
Chris
Just
Pratt's
stop.
a fucking
He latched himself
star.
onto Mario. He latched himself onto a previous successful IP.
He was in the Lego movie, man. Come on. He
A
was in
previous successful
Moneyball.
IP.
He's been in a
He
lot
was
of
in
shit.
Moneyball. He was the first baseman in Moneyball. He had like 3 scenes in that movie. Seems movie will borrow from Superman
Everything
Earth
I
1
say,
graphic
I get
novel
disqualified. That's so sad.
by J. Michael Straczynski. David certainly fits the look. We'll see. Let's see. Guitar Lord with a $5. Beardo. Not to sound gay or anything, but Henry Cavill's dong looked way better in the Superman suit. Man. Titan with a $5. Hey, Beardo, tell Jeremy you want Tim Tebow to play Superman and he'll agree with you. Tim Tebow might be a better Superman than this character.
Gotta have Tim Tebow in the Titanfall 3 game, and it'll be the greatest game ever for Jeremy.
Raz Taz with a $5. Beardo is base, and Jeremy and Jay are just okay. Merry Christmas, Figs. Thank you for the $5.
It's the
I
nicest
appreciate
thing
it.
anybody said to me in a super chat.
Yeah.
Riley with a 199. How well did Man from Uncle How well did Man from Uncle Me do box office
I'm pretty
wise?
sure it lost money.
Ellie Dragonfly with a 280. Merry Christmas, guys. Blessings. Thank you, Ellie.
Oh, thank you. That was nice.
Craig in the morning with a 5. Imagine if Tom Cruise was coming up during this time in Hollywood. He would have never had a good movie made. Merry Christmas and God bless. Thank you.
Yeah, your avatar pictures from your car.
Bob Starsky with a $5. Superman 2025 looks like shit, and we know why. Director of cinematography also did The Flash. Beardo, do some jump rope to grow your calves. No, you do it. Comics Dad with a 199. And Merry Christmas to you and your families and to all of Geeks and Gamers. Thank you, Comics Dad. Thank you. 2 cents with a 1 month. What rhymes with J G_Y, not as much as Jeremy? Thank you for the
Thanks
1
for your
month.
2 cents.
Thank you. Rabbit with the $5. Man of Steel was bad because Christopher Nolan was the producer.
Honestly, that's a very solid argument. Maybe spell Nolan correctly next time. Nolan with an E. What the fuck? Yeah, Christopher Nolan 100% deserves just as much blame for the shitty movie Man of Steel as Zack Snyder. No, he doesn't get away from that blame.
Omega level stoner. Hey, don't do drugs. Just became a channel member. Thank you. B Chain with a $5. I'm just kidding. You guys are mildly respectable gay men. Merry Christmas, friends. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, B Chain. Severian with a 20 months.
There it is. Man of Uncle flopped. $75 million budget, 110 worldwide. Henry Cavill, there's your fucking megastar.
Well, no,
right
that's because Armie Hammer was eating people, dude.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Nobody wanted to watch that movie because he was like eating people.
Yeah, you would think this Tom Cruise eats people too. He's a fucking Scientologist.
Yeah, but he doesn't talk about it.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't talk about eating
people.
Are
you glib, Matt? Are you glib? Remember that? He locked Katie Holmes in a dungeon and wouldn't let her do Batman Begins sequel. She couldn't do The Dark Knight because Tom Cruise had her locked in a Scientology basement. So then we had to get Maggie fucking Gyllenhaal. That should have tanked Tom Cruise's career right there. You ruined The Dark Knight.
This is true. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal might look worse than Amy Adams. And that's saying a lot. Severian with a 20 months. Jay, Guy Gardner is the new Superman film.
Thank you. I didn't know who that guy was.
Guy Gardner, man.
Like, wait, what?
Inside joke.
Bethany with a $2. Merry Christmas, gents. Thank you. Alien Ash with a 199. The Shining is a Christmas movie. Discuss. There's snow. Beardo's Inner Thoughts with a $2.
The new Superman movie is a Christmas movie. It's got snow. So.
Yeah. I, Beardo, do not affiliate with Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. Darth McBee with a $2. DM Jeremy a Nakatomi Tower gingerbread house.
I'll check it out.
Jimmy Gomez with a $2. I feel a tingling. Is that you, Jeremy? Carnal with a $5. The best unintentional live-action version of Mom Pa Ken are in the film The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. Watch it if you haven't. The Accountant's a great movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's good, man. Ben Giles with a $2. Beardo's right. I know. Drunken Engineer with a $5. Beardo, show us where David Corn Sweat hurt you. I'm sure he's a fine actor, man. Just not in this movie. 2 cents with a 199. Jeremy flinches when his boyfriend finishes. Twisted Life with a 5. Hot take. Tyler Hoechlin in Superman and Lois was arguably one of the better Superman stories in a while.
Agreed.
I can agree with that. Black Cane with the $2. Just go jack off to Rebel Moon, Beardo. I've never seen Rebel Moon. Is there jerk off material on that movie?
I saw half of it. It's a really bad movie.
Beach Lover with the $5. Beardo, you were right about Superman and Clark Kent behaving like depressing guys. There is no difference between them. I know. Thank you for the $5. B Chain with the $2 because it's on the other side of the glass, my guy. I don't think so. Jeremy Wormy with the $2. Beardo, do you know how mirrors work? I do. I think I know how mirrors work probably more than you do at this point, Jeremy. Thank you. River Miles with the $5. Jay is pretty intimidating. His voice made Pooh Bear flinch, fall, and get injured.
Wow, this story's really escalating.
It's getting there. Cedar Stuff with a $5. Go to 1 minute and 41 seconds in the trailer, and you can see the console Soups is looking at with Stag's reflection. Okay. Jet Spitzer with a 17 months. Man of Steel, perfect casting, horrible writing and directing, except for Amy Adams. Chris, let's just go with Chris with a 199. Jeremy is right. The saying goes, the truth hurts. Shadow Saiyan with a $5. Can't wait for Superman to team up with Green Lantern and Hawk to a girl. Raven Black Sparrow plays with a $5. Okay, Jay, I'm canceling the Star Wars books and reordering Blue and Green.
Hey, thank you.
I may have an issue here, so we'll see if it.
Thank you.
I may have to fuck my computer up.
Lynn Green says the S is not backwards. The S isn't backwards, huh? The S isn't backwards. So this part of the yellow where it's actually an S right here, you're telling me that it's not backwards right here? That's wild. That's wild. Open your eyes! Marmalin with a $10. I agree with Jay. Bama Boy knows his flinches. Beardo imagines Henry Cavill when he's straightening bananas.
Thank you for the 10. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Shadow saying with a $10. Have y'all said happy birthday to Jessica yet? Yes, we have.
Did we not do that earlier? She just turned 22.
Just turned 22. Jay Baker with a 199. I'm glad Lois is a brunette again. Amy Adams sucked. Yes.
You know what else sucks? Rumble's platform, because I had the Rumble chat pulled up with all the super chats over there, and because I have to download the extension because Rumble's gay, and I've lost that page, so now I'll try to find these super chats again. Rumble, maybe instead of paying fucking Dr. Diddley respect some fucking money, fix your goddamn platform so we can read fucking super chats. Fucking retards. Anyway.
Demi Moore's tapeworm with a $5. Jay, you give off more Lenny Smalls vibes, bro, from Mice and Men. Tell me about the rabbits.
That was mean.
Dang, you just called
Not
Jay retarded.
But you
Ellie
sent money to
Dragonfly.
ask me a question. Anyway.
Ellie Dragonfly with a 280. Guy Gardner looks like Mark Cuban. Meme AI time.
Oh,
gotcha.
maybe.
Sir Hat with a $5. Jay, when you have nothing to say, just pull a heel turn.
Just make some stuff up. I'll just do that.
RCTCB with a $2. Pratt just relies on already successful properties. Rob Cortez with a $5. Just read the super chat so I can get back to you yesterday's open bar.
Yeah.
Greg in the morning with a $2. Your mom is sitting in the passenger seat, Jay.
Well, can you bring her home? She's got some pies to make. I hope you gave her a good time.
Garth McBee with a $2. Beardo eats corn sweat the long way. And Marmalin with a $10. Nolan with an E, deaf the audience built by Bama Boy. Oh. Bill Collins with a $5. I will say it, Henry is not a good actor. Oof. Sir Hat with a $2. Titanfall 2 is a Christmas movie. Twisted Life with a $5. Jeremy, please don't hurt the new laptop.
I'm working on it.
Ellie Dragonfly with the 150 super sticker. Thank you, Ellie Dragonfly. We're all caught up on YouTube.
Well, now I got to try to see if I can. Rumble pisses me the fuck off, dude. So, the brew that deuces Jeremy, a streamer and noted homosexual, is right. Man, you know this bad one. I'm getting compliments. Let's see here. The Clear Site says, how about a shout out to BMO Better, Hayes Zealot, and the brew that do. Wesley says, did Metropolis defund the police? Why is there only one cop working crowd control when Superman walks up? Pat says, would Superman flinch if he got hit with a box of hamburger helper lasagna? I would. 8-Bit Gamer says, I bet Jay plays a bard in Dungeons and Dragons. Vault 95 says, picked up Resident Evil Village for PS5. Haven't played or owned RE6 or 7. Are those any good? I stopped after, I guess 5 technically, and then I did get Village, and I was playing Village. Did you play 6 and 7, Beardo?
I played 7. I played 7's great. 6 is terrible. 6 almost killed the franchise. 7 is great, and it does go into 8. So Village is a sequel to Resident Evil 7. They're both great games, and I hope you have a good time with Village. I did.
Okay. Let's see here. Derek PG Beller says, finally watched Die Hard last night. I consider it a soft Christmas movie, but a Christmas movie nonetheless. This is the first time you've watched Die Hard? Damn. But I'm happy you enjoyed it. Southeastern Kaiju says, The Witcher is proof that Hollywood nerfs Henry Cavill on purpose. It's the same motivation as tanking Joker character in Joker 2. And then it cuts off on me. I can't read the rest because Rumble. There it is. Hang on. They just can't cope with success that counters their narrative. 8-Bit Gamer says, I pushed my disabled grandma out of the chair. Joe Biden gets hard smelling children's hair. Okay. And let's see. Vault 95 says, I was impressed with Dan Vast's Pokemon collection on Game Boy. Pretty awesome. Yeah, man. If more people need to talk about Pokemon around here. I wish Dan's the only one, though. So, B. Barrett says, Jeremy rides a seatless chronocycle. B. Barrett says, we now have authentic video evidence of Jeremy eating corn the long way. Ooh. Pat says, what's the budget for craft services on the upcoming Superman movie? Probably not Taco Bell, Hamburger Helper, lasagna. And we are at the end, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go live over on, or we're going to stay live over on Locals for our members over there if you guys are interested. Jay, did you have a good stream today? Are you happy you were here?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you did a great job. You really did. I was really impressed.
Appreciate it, man. I'm doing my best.
I wouldn't go that far, but you're here, so we appreciate that.
Thanks a lot,
Beardo. We need to argue more, so we'll talk about that behind the scenes because I don't feel like you were as combative with me. We all we did is agree on everything.
Argue. That's why Jeremy doesn't like me around. I like people that argue. But all right, guys. So we'll see you guys over on Locals. We appreciate it.
We have 3 more super chats.
Well, hurry the fuck up.
Snacks with the $2. Anyone here see Homestead? I have not. I have not seen Homestead. Julia Jensen with a 199. Tom Welling from Smallville is my favorite Superman. Great.
Hail Julia.
Tom Welling was great. Marmalin with the $10. Resident Evil 7 is the scariest game in the series, minus the original 3 for nostalgic reasons. I think 2 is the scariest, but
very
7
generous
is right
today.
up there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Marmalin, for the 10.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Man, for me, the first Resident Evil, and I haven't played all of them, but like the first one on PlayStation and the house and the creepy vibes of that shit, man, I'm not sure that's ever going to be able to recreate it. But 4 was pretty fantastic as well.
Forest Through the Trees with a $20. Jeremy, you mentioned possibly coming down to South Florida this weekend. Is that happening? You'll be in my neck of the woods. There's a Culver's nearby, and I've never been. Let me know if you want to grab some lunch.
I was going to try to go down there and watch Interstellar again, but I don't think it's still in theaters down there. But I'm not going to be able to go down there. They did expand Interstellar, but I want to go see it again in 70 millimeter if possible. And so I think it's gone, which is sad. It was doing really good too, man. Every show was sold out. It was crazy.
Shadow Sam with a $5. Let's watch sad dog movies. Well, Superman 2025 comes out next year.
No.
Dude, could you imagine if they do something horrible to crypto?
I will praise Zack Snyder's movies forever if they do something bad to the dog. But I just can't do that. You can't do that. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on Locals. Have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. And we're ended on YouTube.